Cool. Hey guys, welcome to the first demo session of Binance Labs Incubation Program Season 3. Today we have 3 amazing projects out of 9 enrollees of this program. They are God Network, Roman and Vitalik from Russia. Yeah.
From
Hi.
Germany.
Yeah. Alex from Wombat Exchange. Hi, Alex.
Hey.
Yeah. And last but not least, Robin from Raydius Research. Hi, Robin.
Hi, everyone. Hi.
Yeah. So we have been, this is actually the week 6 of an 8-week program of Binance Lab Incubation Program Season 3. It's almost like 3/4 of the whole program. And we had a great time. And now it's almost showtime. We have a final demo day on 8th week. But from this week on, we'll have real live project demo sessions to introduce what they have been building in the past year to you and how they progressed in the past 6 to 8 weeks with the community. And basically, all of the projects are Binance Labs incubation projects. Why Binance Labs put so much resources and attention on those projects is definitely worth our attention. So I would love to take this chance to let you guys know more about what's going on with the amazing projects. Today we have 3 of them: God Network, Wombat Exchange, and Raydius. And I will invite them to introduce their projects to you for the very first time. And if you have any questions, feel free to comment on the YouTube channel. And I also have some questions for them. Each team have 20 minutes to introduce yourselves. And we'll start from God Network. And we're good to go. Vitalik and Roman.
All right. You can already share my screen if you can. So God Network is we say that God Network is a web of connected on-chain trading and gaming projects. The founding team has been working together for over a decade as a software company. We are all based in the EU, most of us in Germany, where our legal entity is. And yes, what our team does is basically NFT innovation on steroids. We are not one single on-chain project, but several connected on-chain projects that you can see on our hub page, God Network. Maybe I'll even show you our newest page, which will be released this or next week to simply introduce some of our projects. So right now we are focusing on Minted Vodka, which is the next generation crypto assets marketplace and NFT toolbox. I will show it to you in a minute, but I'll start with our gaming projects, with the first one released in May of last year. So all our projects have been released starting May of last year. So we have Alchemy Toys, we have Alchemy Arena. Here's a better overview. They both share the same NFTs, which look like playing cards, and also GameAce and others. But let me start with Alchemy Toys. Alchemy Toys is basically, it's a turn-based alchemy type play-to-earn game of type player versus environment. So the user mints unique NFTs. There are 127 of different kind, and they are layered in different levels of value. And what you have to do is basically you can melt 2 of them together to create a new one of a higher value, but those 2 are basically burned. And when you reach 127 that you have collected, you burn them all to get a piece of the treasury. So the toys, and an important thing is that older toys are more valuable. So they have an intrinsic value and they have collectible value, and each one of them is unique, has a unique serial number. So the older toys are more valuable. Just to give you some stats, since the launch, we have had 1 million turns that have been taken. 500,000 toys have been minted, of which around 300,000 toys have been burned, and 1,900 BNBs have been distributed to the players. So this is the first game. The second game that we've launched, Alchemy Arena, has been launched in August last year. And the interesting thing is that it shares the same NFTs. So you play with the same toys, with the same playing cards, but it's a different type of game. It's different mechanics, player versus player game, where players battle each other. So we are able to create different arenas. And for example, in this one, players create a hand of 5 cards and they battle each other. It is highly customizable. We can customize different rules and also make white label arenas for other projects. This is something that we want to do to offer gaming opportunities to other tokens, to other projects. And yes, the stats around since the launch, around 100,000 hands have been created, and almost 500,000 battles have been played on the arena. Exactly. The third, well, in the third gaming project that we've launched is called Game Ace, which is basically world's first NFTs that you can actually play. So you may know NFTs as images or as sounds or as videos, but we've created NFTs that you can actually play. They're distributed as fully autonomous, distributed well, software pieces on the IPFS, can stay there forever, can be there yours forever, and you can play them. So we have released since September, when the project has been launched, 4 games. I can show you maybe one of them. So each game has like a page for it, and you can simply click here or use any other IPFS gateway to access your NFT. Here I have 3 NFTs in my wallet, and I can basically confirm that this is mine, and I can start playing. And this game is simple, well, snake clone basically. So I have high scores, etc. Interesting part, there are like around 555 minted items, and all of them are unique because there are like several features which are different, and they differ for each single cartridge. So every gameplay is different. Even more, those combinations, you can see that there are more rare combinations than others. So we can have a rarity table of some sorts that you can that you see here. And another connection to the rest of the GOT network is if you hold certain toys in your wallet, you receive special cheats. So this is Game Ace. Today we have launched our 4th game, which is Crypto Invaders game on Binance NFT. So the drop happened like an hour ago. If you want to see it, we are under recommended collections. You can get one if you want to. We have already sold quite a few. And yeah, the interesting thing about Game Ace is that we are going to use this technology for game minting on Minted Vodka 2.0. More about it in a minute. So yeah, the first game has been sold for 1 BNB each. We have sold 665 items, and as I said, we have 4 games released until now. And now I'm switching to the centerpiece of our GOT network, which is an NFT marketplace. This is the first version. And the idea was to have a marketplace with flexible deals. So if you look at it, we have deals with a bid side and an S side, and the users can place any NFT on one side or coin, or on the other side in any combination. So you can swap NFTs one for another and do other type of deals. For example, here you see that you have a deal with 5 NFTs, and somebody is asking for 4 GOTs. So this was the initial idea. We needed this kind of flexibility. And right now, during the incubation, we are concentrating on relaunching this platform. I can show it to you. We are relaunching with a new UI and with more capabilities. Minted Vodka 2.0 is envisioned as a non-escrow multi-chain marketplace and toolbox. For example, you can see here, we have already an NFT wallet. I have NFTs on the Binance Smart Chain, on Ethereum mainnet, and on Polygon. Those are 3 chains that are already supported, but we are going to support many more. We can onboard new EVM chains in a matter of hours. And we are already in discussion with several chains to onboard them on our platform. So exactly, and basically you have the same type of deals with only difference that they are non-escrow, so that the assets remain in your wallet. Exactly. So this is one type of deal which we already have, but we envision more types of deals. For example, right now I can show you we already have. This is local server. This is not available to the public yet, but will be next week. For example, apart from creating flexible deal, I can create a bulk deal, what we call a bulk deal. It's basically you can put a larger amount of NFTs, for example, 100 different NFTs. Let me show it to you real quick. So I have my wallet. I can maybe add this one. View my deal, maybe add another one, simply to show it to you. This process will become easier. We are working on it to have multi-select, so next week it will be much easier. But the idea is that you can sell these items one by one for a fixed price, or you can have an increment, a fixed amount of gates, so that the price is always in gate. For this type of deals, you have to ask for our token. Or, as I said, increment by fixed amount of gates, or increment the price with each sale by a certain percentage. And another thing is you can sell them one by one in this order, or you can basically create a mystery box. So each user will be able to create their own mystery boxes starting next week. This is a second type of deal that we have, and also this month probably we'll have a third type of deal, which is auctions. So this is just to give you an outlook of what's happening. But yeah, one side of Minted Vodka is trading, but the other side we will have a bunch of different things for creators. I've already mentioned Game Ace. We'll have the standard minting of images. We'll also have on-demand minting, so you can, for example, instead of pre-minting your whole collection of 1,000 items, you can create like a contract basically. So like 1,000 items, but they are not pre-minted; they are minted as users buy it, which we'll call initial minting offering. We'll have game minting, which will use the Game Ace technology. Will give access to NFTs to millions of indie game developers, so they will be able to wrap their web games in our technology and mint their games as NFTs. This is coming in 2 months maybe. We'll have claimable NFTs. Maybe I have. We'll have claimable NFTs, so NFTs that are connected to physical products or services. And another thing that we are planning to do, which is not on our roadmap, official roadmap yet, is layered minting. So if you know collections like CryptoPunks that are generated, we'll have a very simple user interface for creators where you define a rarity table and layers are combined and collections are generated. Basically, we call it layered minting. It's coming too. So yeah, we'll have hackathons for game developers, etc. We planned several tools to attract more creators and dApps. We'll have shopping sprees, for example, different kinds of rewards. All this is in planning phase. And already some of it in development. Do you want to add something?
Well, Vit already said most of it. We are concentrating right now ourselves on the Minted Vodka, especially during the incubation. We've rebuilt all the basis to make it multi-chain, because we truly believe that the future is multi-chain. From our minting side, we will be offering, as we said, game minting, claimable minting, there are a few other minting modalities coming, which we will present in due time. We don't want to spoil the surprise, but the idea is to give extreme flexibility in distribution and functionality of the minted assets, like distributions that you can create, for example, even like your own cocktails or farming, for example, that you say, okay, if a user holds one of my NFTs, I will offer a farm, and that the user can offer another NFT for holders of the first NFT. So there are lots of different distribution modalities, or you create like auction, like we said, or your own shop, like your own mystery box. And another thing which is also really important is this cross-chain, multi-chain functionality, like the bridging, like everything that you mint, you can with just one click you can pass to any other bridge. This is very to any other network. This is very important because we will onboard more chains in this year and in the years to come. And for creators, it kind of lessens the risk. If you want to create an asset on one chain, you not necessarily bind yourself to that chain. If you're not happy with it, you can pass all your assets to another chain. So there's also like this idea of flexibility of offering tools that the users can use to basically do stuff as they want it to be done. So not limiting just that you can do it like this, and this, but it's like a tool set, as we said, that you can basically define how you want to interact and what do you want to do with your digital assets. I guess that's all said. Do you have any questions for us?
Yep. Thank you for presentation, Vitaly. I guess one of the questions I do have is that we can all tell that platforms like OpenSea are super hot right now, mainly because a lot of the high quality NFT projects and NFT communities on OpenSea that basically drives a lot of the NFT lovers crazy. There are a lot of great projects there. So I would love to know more about how you see this, because you have the Minted Vodka platform. How do you plan to grow it, and what are your key strategies in 2022 from this perspective?
Yeah, indeed, attracting creators is one of the biggest challenges that we are working right now. For example, as I already mentioned, for Game Ace, we are already part of several communities of indie game developers. Some of them are used to organize hackathons. So we'll start with simple hackathons like create crypto flavored games and offer rewards, which is not always offered in such hackathons for indie game developers, because those are different kind of communities. But we also have other tools that we want to use to attract more creators. For example, artists we want to attract with, among others, with shopping sprees. We are going to spend X amount probably every week to build our own collection and got network of cool pieces. We also have quite some ideas. There are basically two sides of this question. From one side, we want to offer like really specialized minting capabilities that no other platform can do, like game minting and a few other ways that are coming. And on the trading side, we are offering this extreme flexible bridging. If you mint at our platform, you can bridge wherever you want without doing anything at all. And we are able basically to onboard new chains in a matter of a few days. So we want to give those smaller communities a chance to have their own marketplace in a matter of days. And they're smaller than OpenSea, but we can offer much more to creators and to users also. For example, the layered minting, creating unique collections which are generated. There's no simple, well, tool to do it without technical know-how, but there are many talented artists that would use it if they had a simple UI to create your collectible collections. And this is something we are going to give, which doesn't exist anywhere else, and it's gonna happen in the next 3 months probably.
Got it. Yeah. Today time's a bit limited, but very happy to know more about GOT Network. I guess I'll see you again at the demo day, right? I'll see you again there. And
of course, yeah.
Yeah. Very happy to to host you today, and I'll see you guys in a few days. And always happy to host you at the Binance Labs and DoraHacks community part of the demo sessions. Hope you all the best. And guys, do check out GOT Network's product suite. So check out Minted Vodka, check out GameAce, check out all of the services and products that they built, and join their community. Follow their Twitter, join their community to know more about the details of their upcoming plans in 2022. Yeah, thank you for joining.
Thank you for all the hard work, Stephen, for your support, and see you soon.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so NFT lovers, go to GOT Network, check out their products, but a lot of DeFi enthusiasts are killing it to know more about you guys. So Wombat Exchange, are you just any exchange, or are you a great exchange? How are you? Yeah. How is Wombat? Great project.
Well, we're a fantastic one. Yeah. Thanks for having us. Thanks, Steve. Nice seeing you again. Yeah, let's get started. Is my screen up now?
Yeah, please do.
Fantastic. So, whoops. Hey everyone, I'm Alex, founder of Wombat Exchange, and we built a hyper-efficient multi-chain stable swap, BSC and beyond, because Binance is awesome. So, I guess it's actually proper to say that all stable swaps on the market right now are inefficient and hard to use. Until now, of course, because of Wombat. So the current issue with a lot of these stable swaps in the market, they have token pair silos, which results in like fragmentation of liquidity and ultimately causes inefficiencies. They have inflexibility to scale for current and new stablecoins that come into the market. They have a poor user interface because of the aforementioned reasons, and everything in reality is just a curve fork. But Wombat can efficiently, scalably, and optimally solve all these problems and more. So to go through all the issues I mentioned, so the issue is fragmented liquidity and low scalability. We call that actually token pair silos. And what that means is you can imagine the cute wombats on the right-hand side where, there's a USDT pair with a DAI pair. And there's another pool where you have a USDT with a USDC pair. And these are actually where assets are duplicated in different pools, and it's fragmented. And we mean it by in the sense that like the USDT in one pool cannot be pulled together in the USDT in another pool. And this is bad because we know that the larger the pool, actually the better slippage it has for the end user. And with that said, that means Curve, Ellipsis, all these like traditional stable swaps are actually inefficient. So what is Wombat's solution? So we actually call it an open liquidity pool solution where we actually achieve like the maximum capital utilization. Basically, we have one gigantic pool instead of like a segregated one. So it allows like true token staking liquidity provisions instead of like, the traditional Curve, Ellipsis staking pools where you need to pair up multiple stable coins. So we're more efficient that way. And another issue with Curve and Ellipsis is basically their complicated pool compositions. So if people have used Curve and have used Ellipsis, they realize that it's actually kind of convoluted and it's kind of tough to use because, if a new user comes in and goes like, oh, I want to deposit TUSD, and they just look at this and they'll be like, oh, okay, so what is this 3 EPS thing? And then they have to actually like, it becomes a very convoluted like mess. And it doesn't really make sense for us for people who need to use stable coins and swap because in the trading space, stable coins is basically the most basic thing and people need it to buy other things. So for our goal is obviously to make it more simple. So another complicated issue brought up by these token pool compositions is because in order for these stable swaps to reach equilibrium, you actually need the same amount of token for each. And that's kind of very hard because organically, there's a difference in popularity for different stablecoins, such as USDT, different liquidities, and it all leads to this pool imbalance. So it makes it very hard to reduce slippage for these pool tokens. So how do you fix it? So because of this, it's like Curve, Ellipsis, all these guys, it becomes very extremely inflexible if you want to add something new. So even I guess the most seasoned crypto users, when they see like Curve, they'll have a hard time. Even like my friends that have been trading for a while, they'll look at Curve and be like, okay, oh, so how do I stake? And they'll look at this image on the left, which is copied from Curve, and it's just so convoluted and tough. And because of this complication, users need to spend time like doing swaps and fees to like actually get what they want in the end, which is just to deposit a single token, probably. So our solution, Wombat solution, is very simple. We have it because of our single token design. We remove all these complicated compositions. It becomes a pure single token. So if you look at on the right hand on these images, this is basically how anybody who wants to deposit a stablecoin and stake it or become an LP would work. You just go in, deposit your BUSD, deposit USD, and that's it. You don't need to worry about any complicated compositions. And also a bonus for this is because our LP tokens are very pure in the sense we don't have to worry about like a combined amount of like three curve like USDT, USDC, or DAI or anything. Our token actually is so pure that it's actually really great for finance guys who want to calculate a good underlying. So it's not complicated. It's great for yield farming, borrowing lending protocols, and like trading platforms. And yeah, so that's pretty the finance side. That's kind of great. And I guess another aspect of how Wombat actually is different from traditional stable swaps is because we have this innovative, what we call a coverage ratio based stable swap mechanism, where it kind of removes the scalability barriers. And we mean that in a sense that, like before I mentioned that Curve actually finds equilibrium with an equal amount each token, but we find your equilibrium dependent on the amount of assets and liabilities for each coin. This idea is actually derived from like traditional finance, where companies use a coverage ratio to measure their ability to pay back debts and liabilities. But in our case, we turn every stable coin in our platform into basically a company, and so we measure it by how much assets and liabilities it has in regards to everyone else. So that's another way that we buy equilibrium. So it's actually very different from how traditionally. So with everything we mentioned, our more efficient algorithm, our innovative design, we've proved it mathematically before, and then we proved it after we built our app that Wombat is actually more capital efficient. So you hear this example, we swapped 100,000 BUSD to DAI, and Wombat has the best returns after. So that's fantastic. So basically, to graph out our innovative invariant curve, basically our breakthrough, why Wombat is so much more efficient is because we have a longer flattened region. So this blue is actually a curve. The Uniswap is actually like the dotted purple line. So everyone knows that Curve is already much more efficient than Uniswap in terms of stable swaps. But what Wombat brings to the table is like a much more longer flattened region with accelerated convergences. But what this means is actually we reach equilibrium much sooner, and we stay there much longer than everybody else. So here's a quick comparison of Wombat versus Ellipsis, and you see like and in this graph, lower is better. So Wombat is lower, so obviously we are better. And if you zoom in, actually, in this actually is a screen cap of like when it's actually close to equilibrium. So if you look at the comparison, actually Wombat is actually up to 40% more efficient than Ellipsis, and actually in out of equilibrium state, we're actually almost like 100% more efficient. So it's pretty groundbreaking in terms of like people that want to use stable swaps. So simply put, Wombat compared to every other stable swap, we're simple. We have a simple pool structure. We have low slippage. We have a much more efficient algorithm. We're capital efficient. We're super easy to use. We got pure LP tokens, which is very good for trading and lending and borrowing. And basically our goal is obviously to usurp ellipsis and curve. We're going to do multi-chain like Gat Network mentioned. We believe the future is multi-chain. So, you know, we want to go to different chains and bring our unique algorithm there. And, you know, extending our platforms to different partners, all that kind of stuff. And also because Curve's mining incentives is running out. So we're gonna take this opportunity. Simply put, WOM, our token utility, is for governance, fee distribution, staking, and future uses. We're actually planning to come some kind of like a incubation labs to incubate more DeFi projects in the crypto space, because that's what our team is passionate about, and that's what we want to do. And mainly another actually future use case, we're actually supporting a community and to build a convex version for Wombat, which is another thing that will help, you know, the tokenomics and everything be more stable and successful in the future. So yeah, roadmap. Obviously, we're doing multi-chain. So getting after our Binance demo day, we're probably going to prepare for ETH, and then Polygon, Avalanche, and then yeah, probably as many EVM chains as possible. And Pirates and Siri and my team, and then thank you. Yeah, I really appreciate it. And then maybe I'll give you guys a quick demo of or actually our swap actually working. So here is actually our stable swap in our testnet. So it's nothing glamorous, it's just a stable swap. So basically you type it in, it pops up, you swap, but obviously we're more efficient, yada yada yada. And then waiting. Sorry guys, I should have put more gas. Okay, it works. Yay. So so also when people deposit, it's actually very simple. Like I mentioned before, it's like very intuitive. So basically just deposit. I wish I had that much BUSD in real life, but same thing, deposit. Oh wait. Oh. And deposit, and that's it. And yeah, this is our swap, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed and learned something from this demonstration. And if you have any questions, I'd feel free to hear them out.
Yeah. So Alex, teach me, like, how did is there like a token design in the system? How it's used?
Our token design? Oh, right now we haven't implemented it yet, but as I mentioned, our token design is later on. It's actually very similar to how Curve uses. Hold on one second, let me show you guys.
So will it be a governance token, or?
So it's going to be a governance token. So basically, we're using something similar to MStable's design. We're kind of gamifying how people keep our token. For example, the longer they stake our token, you know, the longer obviously the higher yields they get. And also our token will have different uses to. So for example, because I mentioned our incubation lab. So once we incubate projects, like our token holders would get like first dibs or a discounted rate to buy into the tokens. And so, yeah, just like various things like that to increase the value of like Wombat.
Got it. So actually, you can see that the DeFi summer happened in 2019, 2020, and a lot of the key innovation is still there. I guess in 2021, a lot of the projects are developing their new versions. You can see the DYDX v4, a lot of innovations in Curve. So what do you see DeFi in general in 2022? So where you are building a DeFi project, so how do you see the competition, and where do you see this?
Oh, that's a great question. I think, you know, to be honest, I don't think this is a zero-sum game. I think I love that DeFi is building up so many things to support each other. I don't think we're replacing Curve, but I think we're just building another protocol just to kind of like grow along with Curve. I think the future in DeFi is very hopeful, because with all like the new like trading platforms are like popping up, they're going to need like more like our platforms like Wombat and Curve and Ellipsis and all that kind of stuff. And with the advent of like more and more people doing options and like permanent loss hedges, I think the future is very, very, very bright for DeFi in general, actually. So I don't really feel like, so I think it's going to be great.
Got it. I mean, like, also you build this on BSC, right? So one key question I do have is that how do you see DeFi? Because actually a lot of the other layer ones, so you pick BIC as your ecosystem, as the infrastructure to build your project. So what do you see this compare with building a DeFi protocol on Ethereum or Polygon and Solana?
Well, obviously, obviously we are going to be multi-chain, like that. That's the end goal. But I think, we chose BSC because BSC is very unique in the sense that like not only that they have a very good DeFi, it's very fast, very easy to use, but they have Binance, which is a centralized kind of exchange. And I think that the unique selling point for Binance and BSC is that actually that kind of like the mix of helping people with traditional finance background into DeFi. And I think that kind of like collaboration is actually what DeFi needs to actually grow to the next level. And that's why we chose BSC first.
Got it. So in your future multi-chain strategy, what are some of the key layer ones that's very strategic or important for your future growth?
Oh, for sure, ETH, because of how efficient our algorithm is compared to Curve. So I think it's a no-brainer for us to go there. Another one for sure would be Avalanche. I'm a big Avalanche fan too. Another, obviously, Polygon, because Sandeep is awesome too. And also, just any other EVM chain. I think, like Gat Network mentioned and everyone else, like Raydium, all these guys, we all believe in a multi-chain world. And I think, we shouldn't hold ourselves back. Like, it's not going to be one chain, I don't think. I think it's going to be it all. So let's just support each other. And I think that's the most important thing. Got
it. And do you think you expand the business to more than stable swap? Because like this is most of the business right now. Do you expect to expand it, or you want to do great at what you're already doing?
I think with what our algorithm, we actually have something that actually is very valuable and that can be, hopefully take over, become the status quo in the market. Do I want to do other things? Actually, there's tons of things I want to do. I think the awesome thing about DeFi is that, you can explore like a lot of things. Yeah, for sure. And then, actually, we have a long roadmap that we want to like evolve Wombat with. So stay tuned.
Got it. Cool. I guess I don't have more questions for you. There are already like many questions asked. Alex has been with us in the incubation program since the beginning, and Wombat is like a great DeFi project that definitely you should put more attention on. So what are some of the ways to people should follow your Twitter, right? So how can we join your?
Actually, go to our website wombat.exchange, and at the bottom just join our Twitter, and then just follow us on Telegram. Check out our Medium. We actually go deep and explain how how our protocol works, our algorithm works. Join our Discord, Twitter, and then that's the best way to get in touch with us.
Pretty much like every early stage type project. I definitely think Wombat Exchange is worth supporting. So if you like what Alex presented today, do go to hackerlink.io to go to the Binance Lab Incubation Grant to support Wombat Exchange. You can support them by donating and providing your grants to the team. I guess it's a very small but very efficient team that Alex is running right now. So happy to see you made so much progress. I believe you didn't have such a cute website at the beginning of the right? So made progress in the 6 weeks, and look forward to your final presentation at Demo Day. And
Thank you, man. Thank you.
yeah, do try out Wombat Exchange product. Try their stable swap to see if it's really that good. I will try it out later myself as well. And
Thanks, man.
yeah. Thank you, Alex, for joining us today.
Thanks, Steve. Thank you. Thank you.
Cool. Yeah. So last but not least, good old friend of Dora is Robin. Is Raydius. Yeah, Raydius is a great project. They emerged from the Solana grants at the beginning, and happy to see that Raydius also joined the Binance Lab Incubation Program. So happy to know more about Raydius and what are some of the progresses that you made throughout 2021.
Yep. All right. Thank you, Steve. Is my screen on? I've shared my screen here. Oh, yep. All right. So, hi everyone. This is Robin from Raydius. I'm glad to be here. And I think before showcasing the demonstration, it's quite important to talk about why we started this project and what we're actually doing and trying to achieve. So we all know that the blockchain space is evolving pretty quickly with many different protocols coming out every single day, especially layer 2 projects. So in order to make the whole blockchain space more mature and user-friendly, we got to make the ecosystem interconnected. It's like the prerequisite. So, but in the current stage, however, we still see a rather segmented ecosystem just because there's one crucial missing part, which is the cross-chain infrastructure. And by saying this, I mean a good cross-chain infrastructure. And obviously, the development of cross-chain field is still relatively early. That's why people are still facing problems when performing simple functions like cross-chain transfer, let alone using cross-chain products or yield farming, those kind of stuff. So what Raydius does is to be the middleware solution, or say, to be exact, the bridge aggregator to provide a one-stop experience to our users when performing cross-chain transactions. With Raydius, cross-chain will be extremely easy that even the beginners know how to perform it, and I'll show you how it's done later. And you don't really have to know which bridge you're using or the verification mechanism behind the scene. All you have to do is just a few clicks and the cross-chain transfer will be done. So lastly, I have to say with our conviction that, just as you guys said, that the blockchain space is going to be a multi-chain ecosystem, we are confident that Raydius is going to create a more connected ecosystem. So without further ado, let's get into a demo now. As you can see on the screen here, it's actually the main interface for users to choose the original and designated blockchains. And that's what we call the from chain and to chain. And at this moment, as you can see on the available chains row, we do support Ethereum, BSC, Matic, and Phantom. And as time goes by, we'll integrate other popular chains as well, as some of them are actually in our pipeline. So let's first try to transfer from ETH to BSC. So first, what we have to do is to select the chain here. Just click ETH and to BSC and select the token. So as we're on ETH, it's called USDT here, and we'll try to input the amount as 0.1 here as a demonstration. And just simply click transfer and then confirm the transfer. So users could actually connect to their MetaMask here. Yep, we can see the estimated gas fee. So for the demonstration's sake, we are going to adjust, or say to raise the gas fee a bit for a quicker processing. Yep, so let's do it here. Yep. So now just click confirm, and let's wait for MetaMask to approve the transaction. Just gotta be a little bit patient here because, you know, the traffic sometimes affects the speed as well. Yep. It's a lesson teaching us to be patient. I guess it's almost there. Yep. Here you can see from the window transfer status is still in progress. All right, so it's completed now. As you can see here, the swap completed successfully. So let's go to check if the whole transaction is done correctly and perfectly. So first we are gonna go to Etherscan to track this transfer if the transaction has been sent. So let's refresh the page. All right. So as we can see, 1 minute ago, there's a transaction here. It's an outward transfer, and the amount is 0.1 USDT. So it's been done on Ethereum, and we checked BSC scan as well to see if we can receive it on our BSC testnet address. Just refresh it. Yep, here you go. 1 minute ago, there's another record here. So as you can see, our BSC testnet address received 0.1 USDT. It's presented as FUSDT because it's minted on the BSC network. Yep. So next, let's try to send this 0.1 USDT from BSC back to ETH. So we go to MetaMask. Here we're gonna choose the BSC testnet. We see the wrong network up there because we are still on Robson. So we change it back to BSC and transferring to ETH and select the token as FUSDT because it's from BSC testnet. 0.1, same as before. So just click transfer and then confirm it. Yep, the little window popped up again. And here, just same as before, we're gonna adjust the gas fee a bit for quicker demonstration. Yep, in progress. Guess it's gonna be faster. Yep, here you go. It shows that the transfer is completed. And then we can go to the Explorer tab to see the transaction history. So this time first, we're gonna go to BSC to see if the transaction has been sent. So we're gonna go to BSC testnet first. Yep, we're gonna refresh it and see if it's successfully executed. So as you can see, 40 seconds ago, there's an outward transfer of 0.1 FUSDT. So it means that the transfer out is also successfully executed. And you see 000 there because it's burnt it. And as we go to Etherscan and check the record, here you can see, let's refresh it. 1 minute ago, that's the same transfer. So you can see the transfer is well received here, 0.1 USDT. So it's another transaction successfully done. So and then for the last demonstration, let's try to swap from Ethereum to Matic. And the bridge we are gonna use here is actually Matic bridge. Also, it's gonna take two-step verification to get the cross-chain transfer done. But as a user, you actually don't have to know all this because it's actually working behind the scene. And what you have to do, all you have to do is just clicking that few buttons and all the cross-chain can be done. So let's open the MetaMask again. Yep, turn to Robson test network. So as usual, we pick from ETH to Matic this time. And then there's USDT 0.1. Just click transfer and confirm it. So the first window popped up. It's actually the Matic bridge asking permission to access your USDT. So for normal use cases, you just simply click confirm. But for this case now, we want to make it faster, so we adjust the gas again. Yep, now just a little bit of wait. As I said, it's a two-step verification, so we expect a second window popping up. Yep. Here you go, the second window. This is actually, as usual, it's for you to confirm the asset transfer. So normally you just click confirm here, but again, we're gonna adjust the guess. Yeah. Save and confirm. Now let's just wait for MetaMask to approve the transaction again. It's in progress. It's going to be done soon. Yep, it's completed now. All right, so for now, again, we're going to check on our Ethereum and Matic testnet and see if the whole transaction has been done perfectly. So first let us go to Etherscan to check it. Here you can see 1 minute ago, it's an outward transfer 0.1 USDT. That means the transaction sent. And then we go to Polygon Scan, which is the Matic testnet. Oh, as you can see here, there's on the transaction side, we can see there's two steps, one approval and one transfer access. So on the Polygon Scan, we just refresh it and see if our Matic testnet address can receive the asset. Yep, 1 minute ago, there's an inward transfer of 0.1 USDT. So the transfer is well received. It's actually a very simple demo video showcasing how easy and simple Raydius is actually is when you want to do some cross-chain transfer. And it's pretty much the demo video for today. Hope you enjoy it and find it really simple and easy to use. We'll be announcing the testnet incentive program shortly, actually. We encourage you to participate and give us feedback because your feedback will be super valuable to us. We'll try our best to improve the protocol as much as we could. And we can't wait to bring a much greater degree of kind of connectivity and interoperability to the ecosystem in the near future. Thank you very much, guys.
Yeah. Thank you, Rob. So what are some of the key moves in 2022 for you?
I would say, you mean for me as a person or for Raydius?
For Raydius.
For 2022, I mean, we are actually looking to start another development, which is the domain name service. It's actually similar to ENS on BSC because we believe that this is what the ecosystem actually needs. So we are envisioning something like a generic address. So for users to receive cross-chain assets like Robin.bnb, and people could send in access on ETH, BSC, or even also NFTs. So this is the idea we're kind of building towards, and we hope that it's actually a decentralized domain name service utilizing the Binance Smart Chain. And the next phase, actually we aims to become the main hub for Web3 usernames and the one-stop solution for crypto assets.
Got it.
For the shorter term, we are gonna launch on testnet first because we want to, oh sorry, I haven't turned on the cam. Want to receive as much feedback as possible at this stage to see if there's any improvement needs on no matter user experience or user interface. As long as it's simple to use, we're happy with it. So we want to make it really user friendly to all the users possibly in the future.
Got it. So the naming service is also part of Raydius, right?
Yeah.
Got it. Cool. So So yeah, happy to see that you moved from Solana to multi-chain, because Raydius emerged as a Solana grant project, but right now I can see that it's already providing services not only on BSC but also Ethereum, Matic, and Phantom. Pretty great. So yeah.
It's actually our aim to. I'll just talk a little bit more here, because it's actually our aim to keep integrating more popular blockchains, or say the chains which so much value locked there. Because all we want to do is to make the liquidity flow with between all these different chains. So why we chose this ETH, BSC, Matic, and Phantom, because we see these as some of the most popular chains, and in the future, actually Solana, Avalanche, Chromia, they are all in our pipelines, and we try to integrate as much as possible, as we can see this is a better way to make the whole ecosystem connected.
Got it. So, but right now, I see a lot of challenges with cross-chain protocols, like mainly due to, I guess, there's actually a lot of security-related issues. So how do you see this? Pretty much a lot of the cross-chain solutions are attacked in 2021.
Yep, actually we are developing our failure tolerant system as well. And we know that there has been some of these hacking events happened before, so some of people may lose the confidence in it. But as we can see, most of the official bridges, specifically to their own ecosystem, has improved a lot. So we guess we'll keep doing it and keep the security level up to the level.
Got it. Cool. Yeah, we're using the official Polygon bridge recently. So yeah, there are definitely a lot of solutions. Also, some of the cross-chain solutions raised significant amount of funding for their project, pretty much because they are proven. I guess there are not necessarily the most secure solutions, but relatively, if you are better than other projects, the community tend to trust you more. But I guess cross-chain is definitely a very big topic to be discussed and to be solved in the DeFi, not just in the DeFi world. Pretty much, we don't want our assets on 5 different blockchains, and we need to access them on different wallets and different setups. We pretty much want to have a one-stop solution where I can find most of the funding for myself, for my DAO, for my project. So I guess this is something that you're trying to solve.
Yep, definitely.
Got it. Yeah. Cool. So today we had 3 amazing projects: God Network, Wombat, and Raydius join the presentation and demo session. Each of them chatted with us for the past hour. Each of them had 20 minutes to introduce their projects. Happy to have you all today, and we're in the middle of the incubation program. We're meeting Yat from Animoca Brands on Friday morning. Hopefully, it's an open fireside chat so that every one of you can come participate as well. So do keep in touch with us. Join God Network, Wombat, and Raydius community. Follow their most recent updates and progresses, and try out their products. A lot of them already have a product for you to try to start with. So join the community. If you really like what they presented today, I do strongly suggest you to go check out their project on Hacker Link, where you can find most of the links to their GitHub, to their social media. And if you really like what they're building, do support them. Show your love, show your support. And it's never too late to support an early stage project. And I do hope that meaningful engagement can happen between each and every one of you, to the founders, to the projects. Thank you for joining us today, Alex, Roman, Vitali, Robin, and happy to host you again. And I hope to see you soon on Friday. Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thank you,
Thanks, guys. Take care,
Thank
Steve.
you guys for watching.